Yeah.
Send it a book. He can do that. That'd be dope.
Yeah, we don't have to talk, my man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I am your girlfriend now.
Oh, see, now I'm jealous.
So you provide value, you're in there.
No, because I'm thinking, because like she has she came with that book. It's awesome.
Okay.
So she should, do like a combo, have the pen and the book.
I have a friend that does this thing called Rhymosaurs, and I do merchandise for him too. And he basically takes the characters in the book, and we do, pins or patches out of them, and then they make merchandise.
Because I'm actually looking to make the alligator character.
Okay.
I want to do like cartoons.
Is this a children's book? Is this a children's?
No. Necessary. No. Definitely not.
She took those, so she signed some, and they give me the one with the signature inside.
No, this is not. No. This is actually personalized to someone, and he never came and got it. So,
See, now you gotta beat him up though.
No, he don't live here.
All right.
Chapter 1.
Okay.
Throw this to you so you can skim it through if you would like.
Okay.
Trust me, you start reading it, you're gonna want it.
I love this. I love it, yo. She's my friend.
First, I read the personal message, and then
I'm reading the first name.
Honesty.
Who the book is dedicated
is
to.
the best policy, guys. And I
is.
understand that when you lead with the truth, no one can say you tricked them.
That's a fact.
It's the God's honest truth,
That's a
and I
fact.
am God, right? So, I self-lawing master.
She said, thank you for giving her the opportunity to annoy you even more.
Grateful.
I will be reading this.
Yeah, this is cool.
And you're gonna get a phone call from me and say, yo, what's up? This book, this is how I feel.
I appreciate it. Thank
So
you.
we're gonna
All
go
feedback is
around.
feedback.
Sorry.
Let's
We'll just do a quick mic check. You can go first.
Yeah, first.
Testing. 1, 2. Hello.
Testing.
Oh, testing.
Hello.
Yo. You heard that? Yo.
All right.
Okay, so
coming down.
you want to go as your Instagram name? What is it?
Trippypins, that's fine.
Trippypins?
That's probably better, yeah.
And what do you want?
Aida.
Aida?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can drop my Instagram name, absolutely, but no gimmicks.
Okay, Aida.
Yeah, that's all
Let's
right.
give you a quick clap.
Yeah. I don't like
just
people know my
one
name
thing
anyway.
to be mindful.
What's up?
Just to keep your voice strong. Just make sure you stay about a fist away from the mic.
Okay.
And this might be a little awkward. Okay.
Como va and welcome to the Super P Podcast, episode 19. What is it? It's 4th of July.
Yes.
Another fake holiday. Hey GK, how you doing?
I'm all right.
And Don D. It's hard. It's hard because me and GK have done this so long to go to somebody else. So
it's okay, man. I'm the extra Power Ranger that comes after the last season.
Yeah, so I'm so used to him saying, yeah, I'm okay, and then we go off.
I mean, do you really want me to answer honestly?
Yeah, go ahead. We all want you to answer honestly.
I think we need a different show for that. Right?
Here we go. Yes. But anyway, it is the 4th of July, and before we start, I just want to say, Grails by Way. Yo, fix that book real quick. Grails by Way. Don D, fix the book. Grails by Way has a new hat out. It's July. It is the golf hat. It is $100. Hit up Fred Matty or Ways World or Grails by Way on Instagram and cop your hat. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. I have it on. It's
Some
awesome.
fire hats, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing the Grails by Way shirt. So, hey, get your Grails by Way. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying about that. So we have some guests. We have an awesome book that I was reading. I didn't finish it, but it's an awesome book.
Thank you.
It's from Aida.
Thank you. Hello. Good afternoon.
How you doing? And I'm glad you're here because I've been wanting you since my old podcast to come on. If you remember, I was hitting you like, yo, why don't you come on my podcast?
I know, because I'm probably the best rapper you ever heard.
Yes, and rapper. You also do boxing. I mean, do you still?
Yeah, I don't compete anymore at the moment because once COVID hit and they started doing testing and I don't comply, so
Okay.
now I just train.
Okay. So we'll get into that. Don D, you have a guest here, so you introduce him.
The one and only trippypins.
What's good? What's good?
Yes, thank you, sir, for coming, and thank you for wearing my country's Rolandinho Brazil T-shirt.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The first guest to come in here with a Brazil item.
Wow.
It's awesome. I feel good. But anyway, let's start the show off with Aida.
Should have came here with some cachaça, right?
Yeah, girl, you know.
I didn't know you were Brazilian.
Oh, well, now you know. Now you know. So let's start with you. So, what made you? This book is awesome.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, my sister was reading it, and she was just empowered. Like, she was just like, you know. So, what made you start? What made you create this book?
Two things. One, I always wanted to write books. That's just like my thing. I'm a writer. But I normally, like, I always give advice. I have a lot of life experience. I've made a lot of bad decisions. I am still, unfortunately, making bad decisions, but I learn from it. And I'm always able to, like, just reflect a lot. I have an old soul, right? So I'm like a grandmother, spiritual grandmother in a sense. And I figured, why not take what I give to people that know me and just give it to people that don't know me? But then I also need some money, and I don't want to work for another person. So why not utilize my gifts, right?
No, I mean, the best thing to do is be your own boss. You know what I'm saying? If you got the tools to do it, just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Just figure it out, man. The whole thing is a sham. You know, I'm very anti-establishment, anti-system, so I don't fall for the flim-flam.
And, you know, also you do rap.
Yes, I do. I do.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to.
No, we could go there because I'm essentially I'm cross-branding everything.
Right.
I have products as well, people. I do weed. Where's your camera at so I can know where? All right. Here we go. Weed cookies. I have
Show it
gummies,
off. Show it off.
sativa, indica strains.
Show it
I
off.
do salve for aches and pains, all made with cannabis. You can DM me. I can leave my Instagram, alligator_Alfred. But yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a hustler. I sell weed too. I do it all. And whatever you need, if I don't have it, I will get it.
So, what's the feedback you've been getting from, like, the book?
Surprisingly, everyone loves it. I really thought that, like, people would be like, what the fuck is this? I'm sure people probably do, and they could be framing like, oh, this shit is good. But I know what I have. I know I'm very, very talented. Sometimes it just takes you to go through things to see in yourself what other people probably see in you.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. But I know ultimately I'm great. It's just a matter of me learning to check my ego, humble myself, and just align myself spiritually, I guess.
Yeah, because, I mean, I like the fact, because I'm like halfway through it. I just like the fact that it's like, it's real. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you read shit and it's fake, and
That's also why I'm not a millionaire, and it's why I'm not, like, up there with Cardi and Nicki, is that I'm too real, and that's the problem. Like, I'm 35. I've been around the music shit for a long fucking time. I just, you know, there's some gatekeepers, especially in New York, and if you don't conform and do certain things, or if you're not willing to go with the crowd, then, you know, unfortunately, you're not going to get certain opportunities. But in the same token, like I said, I see things from a spiritual perspective, and you create your own opportunities. So,
no. So,
I know.
yeah.
You feeling that, right?
I'm feeling.
I know. I got you.
Quiet.
Breathing some life into you.
Yo,
I got you,
he's
right?
like
listening.
intent, like he's in school.
Nah,
Like,
he gonna go home. He gonna kick this knowledge to some shorties. I got you. I'm a great wing woman, just so you know.
I'm hanging out with you more. I'm hollering. Polo, if I'm not at the next show, what show she at?
Yeah,
I mean,
he gonna have to make some money, right? We gonna
This
say,
is
we
the
gonna get you some
reason.
money,
Listen,
too.
this is the reason why I want her on the show, because even when I see her on Instagram, she's always like kicking some knowledge.
And it's like
it's not
lighting
no
people.
bullshit. Like or she joke around, but it be some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, I'm a bit, not to cut you off, because I was always that kid. I was too smart for my own good. Always the kid in class. I was done with my work before everybody else. So then it's like, I'm bored. I'm bored. What am I supposed to do? So, you know, just cause trouble. Or not really cause trouble, but I was mischievous. I was very, very, very savvy. I picked up on things a lot. Adults didn't like that because I was very, very perceptive from an early age, and they couldn't bullshit me. And I used to see, I'm like, yo, like you want me to do this, but you're not doing that. That's hypocritical. And because I always understood things, it was one of the, like, I just have that tenacity in me.
nah, you can see it. You can
And I also don't like to impose what I view, you know, like I have like a lot of young kids around me, and I tell them shit straight up, but I don't want to do it in a manner of like, oh, well, you have to, you know, no, like, because they probably like, bitch, fuck you. Who the fuck are you? Like, you don't know what I'm going through in my life. That you also got to consider everybody's here to have their own experience, right? But if you older and you have experience, share the fucking knowledge, and don't share it in a way that you have to do this. It's like, put it on the table. If they want to take it, they take it. If not, they don't. Simple as that. Because I know there's a lot of people in my life that probably tried to kick something to me when I was younger, and I didn't receive it because of how they were trying to give it to me. Versus there were also people that kind of just like, I'm gonna tell you some shit, and I'm gonna tell you this shit once, and if you don't take it, that's on you. And then if I went the other way and then eventually I caught myself and I was like, oh, that motherfucker was really trying to tell me some shit and they didn't push it on me. And then eventually I would man up or woman up and I would go back to that individual and be like, look, like you were right about X, Y, and Z. Thank you for that information. And those are the individuals I strive to be like in a sense.
So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Listen to what you're saying. I really feel the same way I feel about certain things. A lot of people hate you too.
Absolutely. I think
people
more people hate me than they love me. But
I
even the
think so,
people that
too.
hate me, I know they love me.
At the end of the day, and a lot of people will turn around and come back. It could be years later. You know what? What you said to me was real. Because I'm listening to the way you talk, and I'm the same way from school and everything like that too. I didn't really like school. I always said to myself, I need to learn to make money. Why am I learning this? I'm not interested in that. And then some people, and I bet you money, there's a lot of people that was doing way better than you in school. I bet you money there's a lot of people that's doing this and that, and you achieve more than what they achieved. Because that's exactly, I'm going through that now.
Yeah.
You know, with family members and things like that, where everybody's like, oh, why you can't be like this guy? Or why you can't be like David? And I was like, when I was going to school, I was the bad guy. I was the one that was on punishment all the time. But at the end of the day, like, I'm listening to how you say, and you just keep it 100, and that's what I feel. What's your birthday, by the way?
September 25th. I'm a Libra.
All right, I'm a
I'm the
Taurus.
scales. Oh, we're both ruled by Venus.
I'm
Yeah.
very, like, blunt. And then some people don't understand. Some people don't understand, like, being blunt about certain things. You be real about it because you love them. Or
Yeah,
you tell them how they feel.
I mean, I'll say this. I've learned, too, sometimes you do have to consider people's emotional responses. Because I used to be, like, blunt. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say. But then eventually I caught myself kind of like hurting people that I really love. And not hurting them, but like some people they're not built like me in a sense. Like I'm the type of person, you could say shit to me straight. I want you to say it straight up because I'm going to take it better. Because I'm going to probably be mad at you and I'm going to want to show you I could do better than what the fuck, whatever you perceive me as, I could do better. Like that motivates me. But I realize a lot of people are not built like that. That's also not necessarily a good thing. That shows like I came up in a fucked up kind of home because I have that kind of defense mechanism. But in the same token, a lot of people, their emotional response is not that. It's like you say and they shut down.
Shut down,
You know,
yeah.
and I have to consider that. And I do. And I'm a woman too, and I'm more like into like I'm biological clock ticking, so I have more of like the mama gene kind of thing. So now I really want to consider emotional responses. But yeah, you got to be straight up. Like my godson, he was like 17. He was with me the other day, and he just graduated, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Everything you learned, you gotta unlearn that shit. It's all full of shit. I said, I love your mother, I love your parents, but they're very straight laced, like by the book. And I'm not trying to tell you how to be, but I'm like, come towards me by anything. But you know for a fact all of this is bullshit. Because he questions shit, but they
learn
try to
both
like
ways.
conform him into being what they want. And it's out of love too, right? Because you want your child to have a good life. It's like you follow the system, you straight laced, and your life is gonna be good. But when you look at the world it is, that's not the reality of the world. Like you could do everything by the book and you still gonna get fucked over.
And you be sitting there wondering why.
And then you're gonna be walking around with anxiety and you're mad, and then you're gonna start projecting. And you're gonna look at people doing way better, and maybe their lives were fucked up, and now they're doing better, and you wonder why they're doing better than you. It's all up here.
I ain't
But
gonna
you know,
lie,
it's all systematic. We know it's an agenda.
This
You
ain't
keep
home right
your
now.
pineal gland closed, and then you can do whatever you want with the masses.
This ain't home. And you know me from when I was younger. I was the guy that didn't give a hell.
Listen, I told you that's why I had to have her on there.
Yeah,
'cause
so this ain't
she
home,
be-
bro. See, like this guy knew me since I was like, I'm 33 right now, 33, 34. And this guy knows me since I was probably like 17, 18, 19 years old, running around,
Look at you.
fashion.
Look at you dumb. Look at you dumb.
So he know what the deal is. My man Trippy,
Yes.
What up? What up?
So
the Brazilian t-shirt.
The Brazilian Merino
right.
Moorwood, by the way, if you guys want to cop one of these. Might
Oh,
be sold out, but yeah. Designer from the UK.
So, nice. So, what got you into your whole business? You know, pens and looks like you do customization and
Not customization. He does everything.
All types of promotional
Manufacturing,
products, any
jackets,
custom
clothing,
products,
hats.
anything.
What got you into what you do now?
So basically, just a lot of trial and error. You know, like I've been in sales probably like my whole adult life. You know, since I'm like 16 years old, I've been in various forms of sales, and you know, I worked for a lot of different people. Never really enjoyed high pressure sales and kind of like selling people things that they didn't really want, and that was pretty much the only type of sales jobs that were offered to me at the time, and. My brother's an artist. He used to do graffiti, that sort of thing. Got in trouble with the law a couple of times. And we basically started a clothing company based on his artwork. Started reaching out to like Chinese manufacturers, figuring out, how to go about sourcing and manufacturing products. And basically we made pins just kind of like as a random product. a lot of friends started asking me, like, how do you get these made? Where do you do this? And at the time, dealing internationally was a bit more difficult than it is now.
Right.
Just more unknowns, like sending money without knowing if, you're going to get ripped off or, what the case may be. So, just kind of started like that. People just were hitting us up, hey, can you make us custom pins? Eventually wanted to buy them from us. So we started developing a catalog, and that's pretty much how we started.
Yeah. So do you, and I know GK, he's had history with dealing with foreign, as far as like getting stuff made and stuff like that.
Right.
Is it really a headache? Because he's told me a couple of times, like certain things is really a headache.
It depends on how prepared you are, is what I'll say. Like if you have, let's say, like vector artwork, for example, and you send that to a factory, chances are they'll be able to replicate because they're excellent at copying things, and if you give them a file that's set up for that, it's very easy for them to do. But if you give them like a napkin sketch, for example, and you say, hey, I want you to put like gold rings on this guy, I want you to put a grill on him, I want you to, customize it and make it, really dope and, pop culture relevant and that sort of thing. That's kind of where we come in, and kind of describe my business more of like a custom agency, more so than just like production, because we kind of handle everything from A to Z.
Right. So what do you like doing as far as like, I know you do everything pretty much, but what's like your go-to, like, as far as like trippy pins? Is it just
the pins are pretty much like the bread and butter? I mean, that's what we do the most of. I mean, we have a pretty big wholesale business now. We sell to a lot of different like streetwear stores, hat shops, dispensaries, those types of places. We have, aside from this hip hop board, I have 2 other boards. I have an artist board that's like collaborations with different artists, and then I have a 420 board. So that's all, like marijuana friendly and that sort of thing. So, we hit like a few different markets. But I'd say the go-to is really the pins, and we also do embroidery. I have like an embroidery factory out east, and just been kind of getting into that more heavily. And
because we do have your jacket here. That if you wanna pick it up, one of you guys, so you can show it.
Oh yeah.
He has a jacket.
So I mean, this jacket was basically just like a plain denim jacket that we got. We chopped the sleeves off, put some sweatshirt sleeves on it, custom cuffs on the bottom.
Oh, here's a trippy pin logo.
Thank you.
That's
nice. I see this pin over here. You sell to Scrapyard, right?
Yeah, we do sell to Scrapyard. That's one of our stockists in the city, West Broadway. Shout out Scrapyard.
So you basically, this whole jacket is you basically, the jacket's yours too. You just
it was just like a custom thing to wear at events and things like that. Just kind of like draw attention to myself. And
so you're capable of making cut and sew.
Yeah, we do cut and sew stuff as well. I mean, I don't really advertise it heavily because typically production for that sort of thing is on a larger scale. You got to do like maybe 50, 100 pieces, that sort of thing. But for small, custom work, I mean, we definitely. We do like varsity jackets custom for people, and we do screen printing. We do.
So you do almost everything.
We do everything. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I've been in production since like 2011.
And how long has Trippy Pins been existing?
2013. I officially launched the company September 2013, and I started going full time with it in like I'd say like January of 2015. So like 6.5 years, like full time.
And how did you guys deal with COVID hit everybody?
It did.
How did you keep your business afloat?
Honestly,
going through COVID?
The embroidery was a major help because I, the factories over in China, the shipping, everything was just like at a standstill, basically. So I had to kind of scramble to figure out a way to kind of create content and just do something creative and keep people engaged, because you have all these people sitting around scrolling on their phones without any form of real like entertainment. I mean, you're gonna exhaust your Netflix eventually and whatever. They want to have something enjoyable to watch or whatever. So I started doing like I did like a Pop Smoke patch. I did just like a bunch of different like iconic.
We have the Pop Smoke one.
Yeah, the Pop Smoke one is
right here.
How does the licensing go for these things?
Thank you.
How does the licensing go for these things?
So actually, this one I made as a like a memorial piece, like not really to sell. I made them actually for like the family and like friends, like close to them. And I was actually dealing with somebody close to the family that represented the mother, and I was basically trying to get the licensing to go ahead and produce them in bulk and that sort of thing. I mean, I have like a small amount of them that we kind of have for fans and things like that. But the licensing basically didn't come through. I mean, it was just something that
Well,
they decided not to move forward on at the time, but we
Right.
gifted them a bunch of stuff, and the relationship is cool with them, and
okay, well, GK, no more licensing questions.
Yeah.
Please.
Who's to say that's
Okay.
even
Yeah,
Pop
please.
Smoke?
Yeah, please. No more license questions. Anyway, for both of you guys, you guys both have businesses, and I think that's really good because, COVID really hindered if you was trying to get a check from someplace else.
oh yeah.
It kind of hindered that. Like, you know what I'm saying? How did both of you guys deal with that? Because, I mean, you have the books and you have, you do other things. You have a full-fledged business too.
I mean, to an extent, I'm a hustler. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Right.
So I've always been raised. You can't ever depend on one paycheck because you never know what's
Right.
gonna happen. Even when I was young, my mom didn't just have one job; she had multiple streams of income. That was what it was. I was working a job. I got furloughed last year when COVID hit, and then they allegedly couldn't afford to bring me back, so I got laid off. And that was that. But I wasn't. I'm not sitting around waiting for anything.
Right.
I'm not, and I don't want to. I was honestly going to leave that job anyway at the end of last year, but COVID came, so I guess the universe was like, no, bitch, get out a little sooner. And that's all it was. Hit the ground running. I'm down the line, I guarantee you I'm going to be like the Madam C.J. Walker of marijuana. But, right now we just...
Yeah, because, I mean, I always tell people you have to have 3 or 4 currents of income. So if they cut one off, you
have
still got this
something
too.
Not to cut you off, you also got to learn to be okay with being broke. Like, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with living within your fucking means. You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
a
I
fact.
understand it's hard because you want to fit in. Fuck that. Like, be broke. Let me tell you something. I will shop at Target before I go to fucking Saks Fifth.
No,
like, for real. Like,
I agree with
I
you.
will not give none of these people my fucking money at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean-
enjoy that. Like, save your money.
One of the biggest things in the world is live within your means. Like, you see all these people online and they're just, the fake stuff and
Yeah, 'cause
got
it's,
all
it's
these
the
sneakers
Matrix, right?
and clothes. It really don't
It's all
matter.
image, yeah.
Yeah, it really don't. It's just an image thing. Like, who
Yeah.
gives a shit? As long as you got money in your
She got
pocket.
very nice packaging, by the way.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She got some nice product.
But
All right.
long
In
as
all fairness, those are not mine. I'm just like a retail.
Distributor,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
but,
Well,
but you know.
the
Well, I
weed,
mean, you
that-
still-
the-
Oh, no.
the body cream is good too.
Yeah, we do that too.
Oh,
Oh, you make the packaging
Yeah, we
for the
do packaging,
cannabis
yeah.
that's
stuff?
dope.
And I actually
So we
forgot.
talk because I might need for my cookies. Yeah.
Rebranding.
Thanks,
No, we
man.
did
Yeah,
the math
appreciate
too.
that.
When
Trippy
COVID-
Pins is on
This is all
fire right
analytical.
now.
I'm starting out. I take all good feedback.
Right.
Well, all feedback is good. Negative is fine.
Rebranding. A lot of people do it already.
Yeah.
Rebranding. Buy
Yeah.
up everything and rebranding.
Absolutely.
Like I said last episode, there's people who, they look like whatever and don't even have $2 in their pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
So it's like reality against, fantasy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people,
that's the matrix, though, right? And that's
Yeah.
what if you are in that elite percent, that's what you count on because that's how you keep your money. You keep everybody under your illusion. You make them think, because all of this is advertising, right? You go to school, you get a job, you make X amount of money, so you could do what? So you could buy this. That's all. So you could buy shit. So why would I pay you money? I can pay
Right.
myself. I buy weed for myself. I pay myself for all my products.
So what, so are you still doing, so what about your rap career? Are you still-
Music? Oh, absolutely. See, this helps me fund my music so I don't have to sell my vagina or my soul.
Man.
You know what I mean? And trust me, I'm worth it. If you ever hear me rap, you'll feel
Oh,
the same
yeah.
way. So.
No.
But like I said, everything I know is spiritual, and sometimes you gotta just humble yourself and wait for when it's your time. But I'm just working.
Do you
I got
have
some
any?
things.
Do you have any influences like for when you rap? Like anyone that female artist that you like?
I'm very fucking confident and cocky, but I will say this: growing up, Lauryn Hill, absolutely, Salt and Pepper, MC Light, Yo Yo, obviously Little Kim, just like that was, that's Little Kim, Biggie.
What about Jean Grey?
I like her. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. The conscious, they don't catch me.
Okay.
They can rap and they have talent and they're lyrical, but it doesn't catch me. Like I have conscious shit, but my conscious shit is not like I'm not overly lyrical. I'm like this. I'm not walking around. Hey guys, let's all do some spiritual shit. Like I'm gonna tell you some spiritual shit, but this in a different manner. I have to be who I am. So
Okay, I wanted to ask you about at the beginning of the interview. You were talking about gatekeeping and having to conform to a gatekeeper. I was kind of wondering if you could like fill in what conform is.
well, I'm not gonna go too into it, but just being a woman, there's certain things. All right, I'll say this. No one could complain about Cardi or Nicki and how they rap because I want to say back in like 2007, 2008, when like Remy she just got locked up then. I think like the rap was transitioning as far as women were concerned. And I remember when I was rapping like heavy, I'm not gonna necessarily go into names, but a lot of the labels, they were looking for women to sex it up. And that's really that was why for me, I was like, that's just not my thing. I don't knock anybody for doing that. And I know I'm from Queens. Queens is very small. I know people, and I don't knock anybody for things that they've done. You achieve what you achieve. And the same, so I also know this is why I'm where I am, and that's why people are where they are, if that makes sense. But a lot of it was sexualizing the music. This is back in 2007, 2008. Fast forward now, the music is overly sexualized where women are concerned. And everybody's complaining, but I'm like, this is what the labels wanted. Because I remember rapping, and I could rap my ass off, and I was around some people, but the thing was always, and I'm also an attractive woman, so they look at marketing, it's money, I get that, but it was about sexualizing the music. So that's what I mean by conform.
So you feel like the music is over-sexualized from female rappers?
Yeah, there's no balance anymore. At least as far as the radio goes. Now, we live in the age of the internet. We have the freedom to make your choice. You could go and look for music you want to listen to. But as far as, like, let's just take children, right? You go to school, you're listening to the radio, you're watching television. It's the music that's popular. When I was coming up, I had Little Kim talking about selling her pussy. I also had Lauryn Hill feeding you knowledge. I had that balance. Young women don't have that balance. I don't knock any woman that's doing what she's doing now. I would never knock it. I'm an independent woman. I support women making their own decisions. But once again, there's not a balance. So if you have daughters and your daughter's coming up, there's only one image of a woman that she's currently seeing as far as rap goes. And it's once again, you know what I mean? Like women are multifaceted. There are women that are represented by that, but not every woman's represented by that. So
I agree with you.
I was just explaining that, that's all.
It's just sad that when you turn on the TV, like she said now, that's all you see. I don't even need to watch porno no more. Put on MTV, put on VH1, I can see everything right there.
So you feel like there's not a balance anymore?
No, not for young women, but commercial wise. But like I said, I could go on Instagram right now and look up like the battle rappers like in New York, like, and they're dope. There's a lot of women that can rap. Like they rap. They just don't get the
time to shine.
Yeah, because they're not conforming. They're not doing the sexual route. So.
So did she answer the question?
Yeah,
okay.
She did.
Okay.
And
I'm just.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I ramble. So you
no, it's cool. No, it's cool. I'm just playing with them. So trippy pins. What's new? What's new on the horizon from you? Like what you got? What you working on for like the next 6 months? If you can talk about it.
I mean, honestly, we're doing a lot of private label production. I have some big like corporate clients that I'm doing some like back end production for. So like I have like a branding agency that basically hires me to do all the production for them. So that's kind of like a new account that I got. They're kind of, a bit of a handful, but it's, it's nice orders, in the thousands of pieces whenever they order. Right. So it's worthwhile. And really just developing the embroidery side of the business a little bit more, the screen printing. When COVID hit, I forgot to mention, we actually started doing masks. That was kind of like a quick pivot that we did.
You probably made a killing.
We did pretty well with those, but again, it's like dealing with China. Sometimes the fit isn't right, and like the timing is off. And, we actually wound up switching factories over to like Eastern Europe for certain things just to avoid, delays and that sort of thing. But just like building out those parts of the business, I'd say. And the wholesale accounts, just getting more distributors, putting these pins in more like hat shops and things like that, because the pins with hats now is like exploding.
Right.
Like the fitted community is like making all types of pins, and like they're all collecting them and like weighing down their hats with them. Like they're going crazy with them. So I'm trying to just get my product into as many shops as possible that sell hats. It's like peanut butter and jelly. They go together, you know, so.
Is it hard trying to get the pins in the stores?
For ones that see the value, no. But for ones that don't really get it, it is kind of hard.
Or do you have to do like a
consignment type of deal, right?
No, I honestly don't do consignment. I mean, when I first started, I did, but I don't really play that anymore.
So you literally just come into the, or maybe a rep of the company, or come into the
Honestly,
store.
a lot of the accounts that I get come off of like just connections that I have and people that I've worked with, because the way that the Instagram world works is like it's all about who you're connected with, who follows you, this, that, and the third, who you've done work for. So once I'm viewed on there, I'm basically co-signed by certain people. So, if a hat shop sees like a hat designer from the Bronx that they idolize, and I'm doing his pins, they're like, oh, this guy obviously is worth fucking with.
Well, that's how we got you in Toy Tokyo.
Yeah.
Like you said, through friendships. Because me and you was working at the what, Designer Con? What con was it?
Yeah, I think it was Designer Con.
One of the cons in New York. We was doing something. And then I was just a fan of his work.
Yeah. And then you got him in with Lev?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we were in Toy Tokyo for a bit. Yeah.
Nice.
And we just good friends from there.
Yeah.
Then working with different artists that we all link with.
Are you going to continue to go into conventions and stuff like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually have one coming up September. I think it's September 11th. It's called Patches and Pins Expo.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
I get the sponsored post from that. I almost bought tickets to it. I think last year. I want to go.
You guys should come whenever you don't even need tickets. When you get there, just tell me. I'll get you in. You don't even have to.
Because I went there one year with a young lady friend. Ooh. And we just looked at some pins. I bought a couple of pins. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy how big it's gotten.
Yeah, there's
You coming?
Am I invited?
Of course you're invited.
Of course you're invited.
I don't know. He just extended it to the fellas.
No, you're welcome to come.
Of course.
You here at the table with us.
You know what I'm saying? You in there.
Calling you up. You want to rent the car me out?
In there.
Absolutely.
You should get a table for your goods. It's not really limited to products.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like
that.
I try to tell people all the time, like, yo, you should come here because like the amount of attendees that they get is like usually in the thousands.
There's
like a line around the block.
Yeah, because even when I went, like he's right. While I waited in the line, it was around the block.
It's dope. Yeah, and they do them multiple times a year in New York, and then they do them in Cali, and it's all over. So yeah.
Can we kind of talk about the subculture of collecting pins?
Sure.
Like, is this a big thing right now?
It's kind of been a big thing, but it's kind of like more like morphed into different subcultures. Basically, like first it was the like music kids, like the hippie kind of kids that would go to like music festivals and that sort of thing, and they would like buy pins and then like resell them at the music festivals to like have money for drugs and things like that.
Right.
And like doing those shows, like I wound up, doing well in the beginning, and then, I started like doing more and more of them. And like I remember being in this like 90-degree heat in like the woods of New Jersey and like breaking even, and I was just like, this is not the market for me. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got to find another market, and eventually it just kind of started picking up steam in like the urban world a little bit more, and just just became like more pop culturally relevant. And then I started building out the catalog more to kind of support that type of stuff. Like this hip hop board is basically for like hip hop or pop culture. Like, you're dripped in polo right now. I can easily, like, if I saw you in front of my table, like I'd easily be able to sell you probably all three of those polo bears. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh, here you go, buddy.
Smart.
If you're a fashion guy,
you know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
I was at the scrapyard and I saw the polo bear pins.
Yeah.
I passed it up, and then I went back like 2 weeks later to go get them, and they were gone. And I was fucking tight.
You'll get them today. No worries. Some of you'll get them today.
Not today, because
I'm getting them.
Called them out.
That's
I
fine,
called them out.
So you could get the other one that's in there.
There's another one.
You just gotta.
I'll ship you guys something. That's fine.
Well, I want you to make a few pins for me.
Yeah.
So
we should make you guys a polo bear wearing like clothing for the podcast. Like a Super P shirt and like the polo hat. That would be fire.
See, that's
Come
a good
on,
idea.
You know what I'm saying? Or we could do like a keychain of it.
Nah, you already said what was going to happen, bro. You just said it. You brought it into existence.
There we go.
Yep.
Hope you got a Bait New York Metro card pin. That's fine.
That was for the 20th anniversary. That was a hard one to pull off. You see all the detail on that with the camouflage, and then you got the.
See it. And then you know what's great? I was wearing this shirt yesterday. I was wearing the number with the first year anniversary for that shirt, and that's over 10 years or something like that.
So what makes the difference between like an expensive pin and a cheap pin? Like, why are the prices different?
So color is a reason. Shape.
Okay.
So basically, like the LV pins, you see how they're cut out in like that shape like that. You need a zinc metal, which is like a higher end, more expensive metal. Usually we use nickel if it's like an easier shape.
Okay.
So that's one reason it's more expensive. Shape, size. So if it's a little bit bigger, the mold cost is more expensive. Amount of colors. If you're using like, for example, the Biggie pin up there, top left, the stained glass looking one, that has probably like 8 to 10 colors. That'll be a lot more expensive than the one next to it, Biggie Smalls for Mayor, which has like 2 colors. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. And then like Jay-Z wearing the chain, you got to pay a little bit more for the labor to attach that. The YSL one, that's a 3D pin. The Nipsey ones, same way. Those molds are a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, I like the 3D pins a lot.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, so on the high end, what is it, metal? And then the low one's like acrylic?
No, we don't use acrylic. We always use metal.
Acrylic.
No, I don't do
metal.
those. Yeah.
That's
I don't really look
quality.
at those as real pins, to be honest. I mean, I know people make them, but it's more of just like, I can't afford to make a real pin, so that's what they're...
That's the cheap one, though.
That's the cheap one. You know what I mean?
But a lot of the graffiti
No more
pins are
buttons.
I haven't really spoken on it, but that's the...
No, I mean, I know the material.
Yeah.
No more buttons.
Huh?
No more buttons. We moving up.
Oh, yeah, well...
There you go.
He already threw the idea out there. I just got to catch it and run with the ball. That's
There you go.
I mean, it sounds like he does everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we
yeah,
could probably like
In-house.
put it in this week and like have it done.
Look,
in,
don't
like, a
use my
week.
sources, everyone. This is my family here, by the way.
Oh wait, so we can't make pins with him?
course you
You
can make
could.
pins.
Why?
I can make
Aren't
pins.
you on my team?
He's not talking about us. He's talking
Nah,
about the other
Trippy is a
people.
good person. This is one person that, I call him up, and then there's people that I know that's interested in stuff, and I be like, yo, Trip, somebody needs to get something done. And automatically it's done. He'll send me a little picture of what he's doing. I'll be like, there you go. And that's it. And to me personally, like, everybody speaks to me about getting product made, even the Funkos and all this other crazy stuff. And that's all these just relationships. And that's how I definitely deal with Trippy.
It is.
And he's one of the first people I'll hit up when it comes to product or whatever. And first person that would jump on it. So I'm more than happy having you here.
I appreciate it.
And these are people that's considered as family to me. Happy having you for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Let's all make something happen. That's it. That's why everybody else do it. So why we can't do it too? So
I say it all the time. It's like relationships are worth more than money, and when you apply that to business and you give like a little bit of extra, you go like a little bit of extra mile for somebody, they appreciate that. And that's where you get the referrals. That's where you get the repeat business because, anybody can just manufacture products. It's like, what are you doing to make it more valuable? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Energy is currency.
So
right.
is this self-published?
Yes, sir.
Have you thought about going to a publishing house with that?
Yeah, but no, I don't like dealing with anybody else, honestly. I want all my money for myself. So I know it's harder work, but I'm built for it.
Okay.
do you do like meetups and like storytelling?
Yeah, I'm getting right now, like the book, I just got it published in, I think it was February, March. I wrote this in like 2019 and I only just got it published. So I'm kind of still on the ground with it. I'm working, I have music that's accompanying this. So I'm in the middle of shooting videos for it. I'm also doing like commercials and stuff. I'm buying up ad space on like YouTube and Google and Facebook and all of that. So I'm gonna be pushing that through there. But, yeah, I have stuff I'm working on. I can't reveal everything, but in due time.
So what was the inspiration for this? Like,
I guess you slept through that part.
yeah. Okay.
No, I got you. Like I was saying, I have a lot of life experience, and I always catch myself giving advice to young women,
Okay.
or just people in general, but for the most part, young women. So I figured, why not share that with everybody?
Okay. I was on your Instagram. Feminism, like, how does that come into this?
I mean, I'm not a feminist. I'm a womanist, but
Oh, I was just reading.
no, I know,
your
but like, no, but
Instagram page.
as I said, I have nothing. It says there's strength in femininity, if that's what you're referring to in my
Okay.
bio. Nothing to do with feminism. Feminism is a ploy. They did not include women of color. I need y'all all to understand this. This is why womanism was created, and womanism is about equality, men, women, children, all included. Just have to throw that out there. Some gems, because I feel like when people see me, they think I'm a man basher, a man hater. I love men. We're equals, I guess. But I'm joking. We are equals. No, but there's strength in femininity. Like I'm a very feminine woman. I'm not like, I'm masculine in the sense of I'm ambitious. I own my mind and shit, but I'm not like, I'm very, I dress like, I'm a woman. I'm like very maternal in a sense, and I'm warm-hearted. And I think in business, people might think that that's a weakness, but he just summed it up. It's absolutely not. It's about genuine relationships. When people feel that you're sincere and genuine, they're gonna want to deal with you. I'll give you an example. I ship this shit through Instagram and stuff. I have people reach out to me that don't know me because I have one of my homegirls that promotes me on her YouTube. I tell people right now, I said, look, I'll ship everything out to you. Don't pay me until you receive your product. And every single person has paid me. I've never gotten like dicked on my fucking money. And I actually had a young woman ask me, why don't you take payment before? And I said, well, y'all don't know me from a hole in the wall. My Instagram page is also not the most professional. Like, you're not gonna feel comfortable just giving me money. And that's not my karma. If you receive the product, you don't pay me, that's on you.
So I'm not gonna to go what you just said. In Asia, when you order a product, you don't pay for it. You pay for it when it shows up at your door.
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy that it's like that. I mean, to us, we are a whole other country, so when they be like, yo, give us our money. But when you're out there, they order it, and they'll tell you a day that someone will come and drop it off at your door. You look at it. If it's what it's supposed to be ordered, then you pay for it. And it was funny that you just said what you just said, because that's actually the old ways of certain business. Business will come to you and bring the product, knock on your door, and be like, hey, this is what I have.
I like that type of stuff. I had the people I made the hat store. They were like, you don't have to pay until it's finalized. Like, you're good with it. I'll make it. And as soon as you're good with it, then you pay. I was like, wow, that says a lot because you don't hear that too
Because when you
often.
have the real product, for real, but not to cut you up either, but like it's when you hustle, right? The first hit is always on me, right? First hit is always free. Why? Because if you know you got a good product, they're gonna come back to your product. It's the same application. I know my shit is good, so you're gonna basically spread the word of mouth, and then it's gonna be like, oh, and she's a good person to do business with, left, right. So, I don't know. What was that face for? You gave me a little face when I said first hit is always free. Oh, okay, I know. You looked at me like he looked like he was a fed for a moment. He had that.
Nah, you making me smile. I'm loving what you
Well,
feel. But
listen.
you know what though? Now, because you do business and I do jewelry, how have you say you never got all right? But this is what I hate too. When you're doing a product for someone, there's nothing wrong with me starting the product for you. I have no problem doing that. But there are some people that's out there that will say they want this and want that, and next minute when it's ready, when the product is put together, they disappear.
I'm the opposite way. When I'm purchasing now, I give people the money up front before they even do shit. I'm just, you know what it is? I swear to God, I make every move with my fucking heart. I swear. And it's naive in a sense, but I'm well aware I could get fucked over. I've been fucked over in life. I understand that, but I also know that's not my energy. Because every single time that I got fucked over and I didn't respond in that manner and I responded in a more mature manner, I got way better shit coming to me. have had way more better shit come to me. So
I like her. I agree.
that's all. I mean, the average person ain't trying to hear that. They're gonna be like, fuck you, pay me. And I get that too. So I can't knock it.
You do work for people that we know. So
Well, I was just gonna say, with custom product, it's a little different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because if you have something like, for example, with wholesale, right? If I had a new client, I might send them maybe like an order up to like a few $100, but I'm not sending them anything over that. Or if I'm doing a custom order, like we were speaking earlier, I usually take half up front. And it's kind of the same way that you do it. Like, if I haven't dealt with somebody first, it makes them feel more comfortable giving me half up front rather than, $300 and you don't know if I'm going to do the work for you. Or then they're like DMing me every 2 seconds. Is it ready yet? Is it ready? So it just, I feel like it makes people a little more comfortable doing it that way. And then if they do fuck me over, at least I have the deposit to cover myself. I didn't make any profit, but at least I covered my ass. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's the most important thing. So you don't want to take losses ever. If you don't have to. You know what I
Do
mean?
you know the date of the pin and patch expo that you were talking about?
You know what? Let me just pull it up real quick on IG. I
know you said September.
Just saying what she just said. When it comes to jewelry, I take payment up half up front.
You have to.
Reason why? Because if after you get the gold and you're getting it cheaper than when you buy it in a store, you could take that and sell it to whoever you want to and still get the same amount of money back to the value of the gold. Gold is always currency. So I understand everybody got their own products here, and I agree. But when it comes to certain gold, silver, precious metals, diamonds and stuff, you could have it, and when you're ready to get done with it, you can sell it to whoever, and there's always a person that's gonna buy it. So when it comes to me with gold, I always say what you say. Pay me half up front. If it's someone I don't know, I'll be like, yo, you gotta put some money up. Because I have to buy the gold. That's how I feel.
No, that's fair. I mean, listen, my application to business is definitely not for everybody, but that's also why I like to be independent. I've worked corporate jobs, and I don't like how a lot of people run their businesses, and because of that, it's one of those things. Well, why you don't do it yourself? So that's just how my mentality is. All right, cool. I don't like how you run your business. I'm gonna run my shit the way I want to run it. Simple as that. Yeah. To each his own.
So before we get out of here, why don't you give me the book? I want to read a couple of excerpts from the book. This book is crazy.
Oh, you don't have a copy of the book?
I have it.
Okay.
It's just on the table.
Oh, okay.
My copy's right there.
Okay. You gotta read the dedication.
Oh man, no.
Nah, you gotta read the dedication.
I'm just going to find pages just to let y'all know that this book is awesome, and I
Thank
can
you.
read. Okay, here we go. Chapter 17: Make smart decisions for yourself and fuck what anyone else thinks.
Simple.
That's a fact. Fato. That's a fact. Said it in Portuguese. I'm just saying, this book is awesome.
I appreciate
Here
that.
go another one. Chapter 21. Be like the alligator. They don't bother or threaten anyone, but no one forgets that they're predators. This is one of the first ones I
Never been
saw.
a bully, but everyone's on the menu. There we go.
Let me see. Let me find another cool one. No, I can't read that one.
Was that Fellatio Gladiator?
Jesus, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I got caught with that one on the interview.
Okay, chapter 37. You're not the fucking pussy police.
All right? Plain and simple.
Yeah. I like that.
What's the
one.
pussy police?
When you watching what another woman does with her vagina, that's
Yeah.
not your business.
Oh, yeah.
It's
not
like
my
pocket
business. What you doing in
watching
your
for
bed?
Yeah.
No,
What you
that's
doing
a
in your
fact.
bed, stay in your bed.
Let me see.
I want to enjoy this book. I want to read
Chapter
it. Chapter
45.
See the oldest.
Okay, look, chapter 45. You need a fucking sense of humor, man. Seriously. That is literally the key to getting through life because it keeps you with a positive mental attitude. You really can't allow anyone or anything to take your happiness. It's yours.
See? Plain and simple.
Facts.
I'm a grandma.
Whoosh. This is a great book.
Thank you. It's a New York Times bestseller.
I'm going to read. Okay.
Not even a month.
Okay, this is the last one. Chapter 46. The beauty of being a woman is using your heart to dictate your behavior. That's where the feminine strength comes from.
Thank you. What a chapter to end it
How
on.
much time do we have left?
We got about two minutes.
All right. So we don't have time for hot topics.
Let me find out officially how much time we got. Broham. Huh? Oh, he said we got time. So go ahead.
Okay, so we got a answer to the Futura question.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting paid, or they dropping the case and
dropped it.
discontinuing
They dropped it.
The logo.
Okay. Congrats,
Why-
Futura.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well,
This
They
one?
wrong.
it's kind of
No,
no.
Futura
It's kind of what I said
Muffins.
last week. It's because the social media public perception. He had people of power in his corner basically saying, North Face, what the fuck are you doing? And it was so many people that the VF Corporation is a publicly traded company on the stock market. So these shareholders do not want this negativity because they want the money. So basically, they had to stop using the sign because it affects their shareholders because it's a publicly traded company. They don't want no type of negativity when it comes to the stocks and stuff because it shifts so it could be like the littlest thing. Like Don D can be like, yo, fuck No Face and burn it on social media. They see it. Oh my gosh, we gotta contact him. We gotta give him clothes so he can shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Remember how Jordan was in my room knocking my door saying, "Hey, put the new Jordans on last week."
Yeah, but this is what it is. Like social media is very powerful when the right people are behind your cause. And all Futura did was say, yo, they basically stealing from me. This is what happened. And everybody that I know was behind them. And they was at North Face. When you see so much of that, and then it got to the news, then everybody was talking about it. So then it's nothing they could do. They had to fucking just, and the statement, you should read the statement they said.
I read this
They
statement.
basically backtrack everything that they said.
Yeah.
We can't wait to work with him in the future, this and that. It was all this.
So let's talk
All
about
this.
part 2 now.
Yeah.
What about the Olympian?
Oh, my girl.
I think it's bullcrap. I think she should be running. Weed is legal. It's just that these old establishments just don't want to change with the times. It's legal. Everybody smokes weed. Everybody. Probably the president, taking a one or someplace. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Am I allowed to join in on this hot topic?
Yeah, no, go
Because
ahead.
I was just conversing about this same thing
Yeah, it doesn't
this
make
morning
sense.
with regards to her. I just know the Olympic rules. I think they say that you can't test positive, so they're just gonna do it as far as like technical reasons. It doesn't really matter. First, it doesn't matter that it's legal here. First, it's not federally legal, which is why they could still get away with the
Okay, 'cause it's
bullshit.
statewide,
Yeah,
right?
but yeah, it was legal in Oregon where she took it, so she was good. But I just look at it like this, right? Girl's 21 years old. You find out that your mother passed away from a reporter that's interviewing you, a complete stranger. You don't know anybody's emotional triggers. I don't know any 21-year-old that has complete control of all of their emotions, because at 21, you're just finding out what you like in life. A lot of times you don't even know that you have traumas that are unresolved from your childhood, and you don't necessarily have the right coping mechanisms. At 21, you want to drink, you want to do drugs, or do whatever it is to cope. So the girl just did some weed. You smoke weed, had an edible, whatever the case may be. They already don't want her, because we all know melanin is why all of these athletes dominate the Olympics. So they're always looking for a reason to, I don't want to say exactly what I want to say, but I think you get the
You
gist.
can say
of
it. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
But Michael Phelps, avid marijuana user, Usain Bolt.
Yeah, that's what.
But I think they're gonna argue that they used it off season, because I know, like with boxing, it's the same shit. Like USA Boxing, I remember when they used to have the BX fight clubs up in the Bronx, and I used to get invited to fight all the time, and I couldn't because they sent out like a mass email. Anybody that's registered with USA Boxing, if you get caught with this, you're going to be suspended if you get caught participating in this. And that was a money thing. It was nothing to do with like your safety. It was just because they couldn't make money off of those fights.
Right.
So they were like, if you fight in those fights and you can't fight, you can't box.
Because
So they-
even like, for instance, major corporations, corporations, their drug list, THC is off of it. You know what I'm saying? You can get most jobs, someone like a Target or Home Depot, these big, conglomerates. And THC is not on it as one of the drugs. They don't even look for it.
But that's
I want
now,
to tell you
though.
something different now. It's on my Home Depot. Home Depot drug testing is still there, but now they're lightening up on it. The reason why, because if someone is high and they drive one of those machines and they hit a person or drop a box on them,
Right.
they're going to
Then
be
you-
tested
then you
for.
do-
But drug testing is not for you to be high on the job. And that's the shit that makes no fucking sense. Because before weed, right? Drug testing, you could do coke today and that shit is out of your system tomorrow, right? And you could go take a drug test tomorrow for your job and you're going to get that job even though you're a fucking cokehead. You could smoke weed a month ago and that THC is still going to show up in your system and you're going to be denied of a job, right? Now, real talk, on the job, no, I smoke weed, but I'm not going to if I'm a doctor, I'm not going to be performing surgery high.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? If I want to smoke weed in my fucking private time, I should be able to smoke weed. Just like cops should be able to smoke weed. NYPD still, they sent out a mandate telling them that even though it's legal here in New York, cops still can't smoke on their private time. I said, what? First of all, being a fucking cop, I would want to smoke weed if I'm a fucking
stressed
cop.
out 24/7.
Maybe they wouldn't be shooting.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they'd be shooting more.
If you high, I don't know. When you high, you don't want to beef
You know
with
what I'm saying?
anybody.
Bang, bang.
Paranoid.
When you're high, when you're high on weed, you are not trying to be in any kind. I mean, unless you got to be a fucked up person to want to scrap on weed. I don't know.
Smoking some crazy
So I
sativa.
guess, the last one that comes to mind is Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones. Did everyone see those?
Oh, yeah.
Trash.
I haven't seen
Trash.
those.
Super trash.
I
Trash.
And
kind of like
Those look like the sneakers in the back of the East, not even the East Bay. Was it Right On magazine? The Source
East Bay?
magazine.
Yeah, I remember
Man.
that.
Those little bootleg shits for what? Cool kicks.
And it's 21 colors.
21 colors.
It's
yeah.
sad.
They're gonna sell the shit out of those shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Them shits is trash and sad.
How much you
That's
think they're
it.
going to retail for? Probably like
Probably
$1,000.
$1,200,
Oh,
$1,000
fuck
minimum.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm
you got it
sad.
right.
I'll keep my J's on my feet. I'm
I'm
alright.
gonna make pins of every single one and sell the shit out of it.
He's waiting. He's waiting. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I see
Get you the
got a
whole
couple.
set for under $1,000.
You got a couple of them here right now.
Yeah, we
I
got
see
some
this
Jordan.
one.
We got the off-white Jordan ones. I'm missing the Chicago and the University Blue.
But back to them shoes. Them shit trash.
Yeah.
Sorry, Virgil, but them shit
I
trash.
just think the collaboration thing is getting tiring, man. Like, they got to.
Come on, Louis
doing it
Vuitton.
to
I'm
death.
disappointed
They don't
in
know
you,
what else to do,
LV.
I mean,
One
we've
of my
been seeing
favorite
collaborations now for like 5 years straight. Companies just, it's like it was the cool thing to do, but now it's just like, come on,
Every brand is a
we got to get to the
collaboration
next.
now.
What's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a collaboration no more. I want something new. You know?
A lot of people stopped fucking with Louis Vuitton when Virgil came on because they felt like it kind of like maybe took the brand.
To another.
Well,
It kind
I
of
was happy in a way, but I
Yeah.
feel he's not doing nothing that substitute to me.
I like the earlier
Or to
stuff.
like,
Yeah,
I
like the
think
earlier
their
stuff.
classic logos is good. Their price points are high. Sometimes their price points is just right, but because you add Virgil, you was trying to appeal to get a younger crowd. What younger crowd is like 15 years old that's gonna come in there and spend $1,200 unless
But you
he's
see the
flipping
kids at the sneaker
sneakers.
cons. They got
But-
the money. These kids.
But,
It's crazy.
but they're flipping other sneakers to
Right.
flip that sneaker to
Yeah.
get more money, and then you're talking about, and it's not like the average guy that collects sneakers is buying that.
No, it's true.
It's come on, it's different. It's the guy, the kid with the rich money, his parents.
His parents' money, yeah.
I ain't mad at him. He's making $1, but still, it's like Louis Vuitton is just like MCM is good to you. Louis Vuitton is good to me. And there's some Louis Vuitton items I have in my house. It's probably very rare. That's worth a lot. That I save until I'm ready to let it go. But at the same time, too, I feel like after they assigned Virgil, they were trying to appeal to us. And at the same time, now that they got us, I don't see any of us saying, yo, I get that Virgil Louis Vuitton collab. But I see people just buying it just to resell it.
Yeah, that's
And
most
that's
people, yeah.
it. I don't see no one saying, I gotta get that low. I gotta get that
I
item.
just
bro.
don't like how the stuff looks. I don't even.
I'm
It's too
sad.
much. It's
Yeah,
like-
I don't.
Add a little color and some chain that you found in Home Depot to make it look
You
like a
know,
little
if I had that
construction to it.
money to buy that, I'll be investing in stocks or something. Like, I just wouldn't do it. Like,
You know,
sad.
I mean, from like a design perspective, I think it's good, but I also just think it's like overdone and like oversaturated. So it's like not special anymore.
Sort of like when we talk about Supreme.
Yeah, he's like at a point now where the whole shit's gonna become a fad.
But Supreme was always
And-
collabs.
Yeah, well, that's their thing. You
That's
know what I'm
their
saying?
thing.
But that's who
That's
started.
not
But I'm
what
telling you,
you-
they started all that collaboration shit. Like for the other companies, they all want a copy of a Supreme. It's
I don't know
silly.
if they start like.
They started it. They've been doing it since. They've been collaborating from the '90s.
Yeah,
Companies just started like.
I get it, but companies have been working together since like there were only two companies. They probably worked together.
No, I'm not saying, but they haven't been collaborations. Like think about it. When did you see the North Face Gucci collaboration? That just happened.
I think there were collaborations, but they just weren't advertised as.
They weren't like plastering their logos like
Yeah.
they are now.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is.
Like every 5 seconds, a company is collaborating. Like I just saw a Nerf Reebok sneaker. A Nerf Reebok
That's
sneaker.
not the first Nerf sneaker I've seen.
No,
Nerf
no,
did a
I'm saying-
collaboration
I'm
with
saying I just saw it.
PlayStation. They did a controller. I actually
There
wanted
used to
that.
be KD Nerfs sneakers too.
So it won't break for the kids.
Actually,
I like that.
Like a PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, to look into that.
I
So
thought that was cool.
on that note, we're gonna wrap this up. This July 4th edition.
Please, people, be safe. That's it. That's one thing.
Oh yeah. Well,
Most of the time, a lot of people get hurt from firecrackers and too much be going on in the streets, if you know what I mean.
I'm going home.
Be safe, please.
Home. So where would they like to find you if you want them to find you on the internet? And where can they find your wonderful products?
You can reach me on Instagram, alligator_Alfred. Everything directly through there.
And that's where they can find the book and
Yep, you could get everything through me directly.
Okay. Trippy Pins, where can they find you?
Instagram trippypins and trippypins.com. And yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, did you find out that date for the
You know what? I didn't see
There
it on
is
the
a-
Instagram. I believe it's 9/11,
Yeah.
September 11th.
Yeah.
And I will get you guys a flyer as soon as it
Yeah, I
comes
mean,
in.
well-
Maybe you could repost it for us. and we can get
we'll
some
be in
info.
touch and
Okay, dope.
you know, we'll figure it out. Don Dizzle.
DOND 87. That's Don D87 and King Midas NYC for the jewelry. Other than that, you catch me here.
Yeah. GK.
I don't have anything this week. I'm tired.
Oh, it's so wonderful when he does this every episode. But anyway, you can find me on Instagram, Polo Parata, Super P Podcast on Facebook. It's on Instagram. It's on Patreon. You can go to our Patreon. You can get limited edition merchandise. You can get the episodes a day early. And yeah, and also, you know, like I said, the book is out.
Thank you. I really
Ask
appreciate you
the
having me on here.
alligator. And we have Trippy Pins here. He's out.
Thank you guys again for having me.
Go on the
Appreciate
Trippy
it.
Thank you
Pins
for coming.
Instagram. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing some business with him because this whole bear thing. We gotta make it come to fruition.
Make it happen for sure.
But we'll be back next week with the season finale. I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's a good one. Yeah. Everybody have a safe 4th of July. This is Super P Podcast. Ciao.